What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, beautiful ladies, shapes and sizes? Welcome back to some of that sweet, delicious, tasty knowledge absorption technique juice sauce known only as Salmonella Academe. We're gonna check out why thorium actually rocks. We're not talking about bithorium or even beryllium diphosphate. We're talking about thorium, created by the legendary god Thor himself. Actually, I'm not really quite sure what thorium is, but apparently it freak fracking rocks. And of course, this being another glorious day, my knowledge juice levels are a tad. We need to be a tad. So we're gonna check out why thorium rocks. Of course, Salmonella, link in description. It's gonna get good. Let's get this game train rolling. Science Sundays, even though it's Thursdays. Probably should have done something like this on Sunday. Big brain. Let's effing do the thing.
Hey kids, can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
Come here. Closer. Nuclear energy? It's not a bad thing. Sure, 30 years ago, things like Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island were certainly something to worry about. Today, however, it's a different story. Let me tell you kids about thorium. Thorium is uranium's neighbor, just 2 houses down. He's a lot like uranium, just he's a lot more chill. Uranium's the type to do a half-assed job during the day and spend every night doing Jaeger bombs and blasting Kendrick Lamar. You know the type. Thorium, on the other hand, is more career-oriented, and at the end of the day, he's cool with just watching Netflix, eating Ben & Jerry's. Let me walk you through all the steps of nuclear power, and you'll see why thorium is so great. Let's start with mining. So when somebody doesn't feel like getting out of bed, they'll, you know, whine and roll over. Likewise, when uranium doesn't want to get out of bed, he releases deadly cancer-inducing radon gas. This means workers have to put up expensive ventilation systems just to, you know, not die. Thorium's chill. You go to wake him up, he understands he's got a job to do. Goes without a fuss. And even when you do get uranium up, like the lazy bastard he is, he has much less concentration in his ore compared to thorium, so more work has to be done just to get the same amount of material. The Earth's crust also has much more thorium in total than uranium, about 3 times as much. So you got your ore, and you've extracted it. Ready for work, right? Wrong. You see, natural uranium mainly consists of 2 different isotopes, uranium-235 and uranium-238. 238 kinda sucks at life, so uranium has to undergo enrichment to up its concentration of 235. Uranium's kinda like that kid with ADHD, right? You got him in the building, but you still gotta give him his own little room and a couple Ritalin before he starts doing anything productive. That's expensive. Thorium, on the other hand, look at him. He's got his sneakers laced, glasses on, he's ready to go. No enrichment needed. Finally, you're ready to make some power. That's important, kids, pay attention. So this is where the biggest difference between uranium and thorium comes in. You see, uranium is fissile, whereas thorium is fertile. This means uranium can do his job all by himself, just doing his thing all on his own. Whereas thorium's kind of a cripple. He needs a little bit of someone else just to give him the push he needs to start releasing energy. This might sound like a bad thing, but if you think about it, it's a lot safer. If you've got your power production process started, and shit suddenly hits the fan, uranium's just gonna keep going. You can try to move him around, cool him down or whatever, but at the end of the day, this man's gonna be swinging, and it's not gonna be a good day for anyone. Thorium, he's only got one leg. Piss him off, he takes a swing at you, just push him over, you're good. Please note, Salmonella Academy does not condone pushing cripples. And that's what thorium reactors do. They allow the barely radioactive liquid thorium to drain away from its helper in the event of an accident, so there's no way for things to escalate. Much safer. But while the process for thorium is better, most of the time people care more about the results. Well, it just so happens thorium is pimping in that regard as well. CERN estimates that 1 ton of thorium is capable of producing as much energy as 200 tons of uranium. That's a lot. To compare, that's also equivalent to 3.5 million tons of coal. But let's talk about byproducts. Thorium, being as pure as it is compared even to enriched uranium, produces about 100 times less nuclear waste. So whereas we might not have as many X-Men, that also means much less work has to be done to dispose of the material. Additionally, it's very difficult to make a nuclear weapon out of thorium, since it can't do much on its own. The only thing that's really weaponizable about
they have a
thorium
knife!
plants is that little bit of helper material I talked about earlier. But overall, that's a pretty minuscule amount. That means we can feel a lot better about plopping these plants down in places like Iran.
Oh.
So kids, you heard it here first. Thorium is the future.
Not bad, Thorium.
Powerful, clean, reliable, and if things go wrong at the end of the day, you can still kick its ass.
The power of thorium. Healing, killing, but not doing it too badly. Thorium, baby. Get your thorium today. That's cute. You thought I was gonna hit you with only one sexy, awesome beast mode video? I'm feeling good today. Feeling extra beast mode energized. So, we're going to go with not uno, mother effing dos out this hole. That's right. 2 for the price of 1. Must be my lucky day. We're gonna go with baby superpowers. I didn't think anything that was even possible, but you know what? Babies with superpowers, as we may have seen from The Incredibles 1 and 2, actually could be effing lit. Let's get this gravy train started. Baby superpowers.
Hey kids, let's talk about babies for a second. Now, I think we can all agree, generally, babies suck at most things,
yeah.
either literally or figuratively. They have almost no life skills whatsoever. However, as it turns out, babies do actually have some traits that make them superior to adults in certain isolated aspects. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys about a few. First is the baby's non-drowning reflex. If babies under the age of 6 months are put underwater, they'll instinctively hold their breath. Additionally, their heartbeat begins to slow down as soon as they're submerged, which allows them to use much less oxygen and, as a result, stay alive much longer than the average person.
Wait, what? Are you telling me babies are better swimmers than adult humans? My God. If I can revert back to my baby state and then take the power energy from my baby self, transfer it into my being, then I could be a god.
Bad situations all the time. Soon as your back is turned, they're off trying to lick another socket or whatever. So this reflex probably evolved from back in the day, right? Mom's off picking berries, baby wanders off, ends up in the middle of the lake, and somehow this whole reflex thing gives the village more time to, you know, go get a raft and fish them out. Next is a baby's grip. They're able to support their entire body weight with just one hand.
Story time. So I did babysitting for 3 years, like a couple years back, like way back in 2009 and shit, right? This cute, adorable little baby, this little dude had some super strength, right? So what I would do, I would have him on my knee, right? And then he somehow would crawl on my arm, crawl on my arm, right? So I would hold him up like this, and somehow his grip would be wrapped around my arm, right? And then his legs would just dangle off, and I'm like, what are you doing? This man, this little baby, tried to do pull-ups off my arm. So I had to hold him like there you go. Good job, little buddy. It was so weird, but it was adorable. This reminded me of that, because that dude's grip was strong. For a baby? Homeboy had some gains. This dude was working out in the womb and everything. Just, yeah. Oh, it's time? Story time with Beastly Boy. Yeah.
Of adults can do. Of course, it's kind of cheating because they only weigh as much as a baby, but it's still kind of impressive. This trait is shared by apes, whose babies instinctively cling on to the backs of their mothers. So that way, if she gets a little courageous swinging from branch to branch, the baby doesn't just go flying. Anyway, because of this, it's speculated that babies actually got their firm grasp from our ape ancestors millions of years ago. And it's only a bit later in life when your genetics go, oh yeah, legs neat, and ditch the whole grabby thing. Next, babies are also very seductive. Not in the sense of like around and thighs making dude's eyes bulge. Not that seductive, but just in the sense of, hey, I like looking at this thing. We should keep it alive for a while.
Babies
Here's
are
an
cute.
example. If people saw a 5-year-old on the streets rolling around in a pile of its own shit, they'd be like, ugh, what a scumbag. But if an infant did it, people would still be like, oh man, little guy, I want to take you home, clean you up, put you in little hats. Yeah, it has to do with the baby's facial features, like their large forehead and eyes, which set off a bunch of baby caring instincts in our brains, causing us to perceive cuteness. It's only when they hit like puberty and that all goes down the shitter. Lastly, babies have a surprisingly good concept of morality. According to a study by Yale University's Infant Cognition Center, babies are born with an innate sense of right and wrong. Here's how the study went, right? So first they put on a puppet show for the baby with these 2 rabbit dolls, and they made one of them act nice and the other one act like a...
How about you go get a job instead of sitting inside drawing fucking stick figures all got... Wow. Well, whoever said that to Sam, you can go F yourself. You can slob on my knob like corn on the cob.
Then at the end of the show, the babies were offered either puppet, and in almost every case, the babies took the nice one. And you might say a strong grip on morality doesn't qualify as a super.
Yeah, it does.
Personally, I disagree.
Have you
People
seen
are
the world
terrible
today?
at keeping their basic sense of right and wrong unless their society maintains it for them. Let me give an example. A few days ago in the Philippines, the president of the entire country basically said, hey, we should just start murdering every drug addict alive, right now. And this isn't seen as insane over there, no. Millions of Filipinos are now on board with this. It is fucked. You see, babies lack the mental capacity to justify atrocities with shit like it's about the greater good, you know. They have no prejudice, they just see people as people. And honestly, I think we could all learn a thing or two.
True!
Not to get all George Carlin-y on you guys. Anyway, that's all for today. Until next time, I'm Sam and Nella, and thank you for watching.
Oh yes, the adorableness of babies, the purity of the little ones. We could all learn a thing or two from the adorableness of babies. I wonder what babies has ever played violin. Probably better than I ever could. Babies. That's gonna do it for another nice, tasty, smexy, lovely, lovely video of pure edumacation sauce. As per usual, I felt but now with the power of brain juice, I feel knowledge juice acquired. Speaking of which, knowledge juice, a merch in the description down below, rageon.com/beastlyboy52 for some of that, fresh and rush. That's gonna do it for this double hitter, 2-for-1 special. It's gonna be sweet awesomeness made of sweet, amazing knowledge juice sauce. But guys, if you like this video, take your small claws of awesomeness juice, slice that like button. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and beasts of all ages, shapes, and sizes, love, peace, above all. Stay beast mode for the epic win of all the way.